I'm Emma.
I'm Linda.
And I'm Ishmael.
And we have mythological archetypal approach.
And our prompt is to examine the book for the use of these characters, keeping in mind their archetypal significance.
The first archetype is Hester as a scapegoat. The first example in which this can be seen is when Dimmesdale uses Hester to carry the burden of their sin. Hester and Dimmesdale both committed the sin of adultery, but Hester is made to wear an A on her chest because the people know what she did. For this, she is shamed and isolated, and Dimmesdale takes advantage of this by letting Hester take all the blame of the sin and not confessing himself. Hester was also used as a scapegoat by the rest of society because Hester's sin was made public. The people hid their own sins by focusing on Hester's sin, which made them feel better about themselves.
The second archetype is Chillingworth as an outcast. The main thing that sets Chillingworth apart from the rest of society is his deformity. Chillingworth's physical deformity is that one of his shoulders is slightly higher than the other, as can be seen in the backdrop. This physical deformity made him look so much different than any of the other characters in the book. Because the novel deals so heavily with physiognomy, this also makes his personality much different than anyone else's as well. Chillingworth is also an outcast because the rest of society only knows him as a medic. Hester is the only one that has connections with Chillingworth, but she doesn't want anything to do with him. To the rest of society, he's a complete mystery and is only valued for his intellect, which is needed to take care of Dimmesdale's failing health.
The third archetype is Hester as a temptress. She represented a temptress when she convinced Dimmesdale to run away with her and Pearl to go start a new life in Europe. Dimmesdale was hesitant to go with her, and he began to walk away from her. But Hester grabbed Dimmesdale and pushed him into her bosom and hugged him until she said that he agreed that he would not leave. After this was when Hester tempted Dimmesdale to go with her and Pearl to Europe.
Another time that Hester acted as a temptress was when she tempted Dimmesdale to commit the sin of adultery. She was able to tempt Dimmesdale so much that he was able to forget about his position in society as a minister and all the religious morals that he believes. Hester tempted Dimmesdale so well that he committed the act out of passion.
The fourth archetype is Dimmesdale as an outcast. In the eyes of society, Dimmesdale is not an outcast because they see him as the best and holiest minister there is. Dimmesdale sees himself as an outcast because he is hiding his sin from society, while the public knows that Hester shamefully committed the sin. While the public doesn't know that Dimmesdale committed the sin with Hester, Dimmesdale starts to feel guiltier and guiltier about it. This sin begins to consume Dimmesdale, and he continues to hide it from society, which eventually causes him to outcast himself. Dimmesdale is dying slowly, while the rest of the society keeps moving on with their lives. Instead of getting better, he gets weaker, and the people have no idea why. He's too much of a coward to reveal his act of adultery to everyone, so in order to gain repentance, he physically harms himself, which the people don't know.
The fifth archetype is Hester as an Earth Mother. The Earth Mother has negative and positive qualities. The positive aspects that make Hester an Earth Mother is that Hester finds comfort in nature because nature has been the only thing that has been sympathetic to her. When she is in the forest, Hester feels free from society and feels like she's the only human in the world that has done good or that is good. Hester also becomes giving and starts to care for the ill and the poor as well. She feeds the ill with whatever little bread or food she has left. The negative aspects that make her an Earth Mother are that she is secretive and likes to keep to herself. She is secretive in the way that she does not want to tell Pearl what the scarlet letter on her chest means. She also isolates herself by choosing to live outside of town and in her own little cottage that is closer to the forest that townspeople don't go into. Hester's appearance also makes her an Earth Mother because she wears earthly colors that do not stand out and blend in with nature so she could feel secure. So now that we have talked about the 5 mythological archetypes of the Scarlet Letter of Hester as a scapegoat, Chillingworth as an outcast, Hester as a temptress, Dimmesdale as an outcast, and Hester as Earth Mother, we will now present to you these TikToks that visually represent our prompt and some of the 5 archetypes.
Hester, it is okay that when you acted as a temptress to get Dimmesdale to commit the sin with you, he did not talk to you for 7 years, and then left you alone with that little demon of a baby Pearl.
I was looking at you and you was looking at me and we was thinking, go to market, go to market.
Wait a damn minute. Wait a damn minute.